I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Oh my god. Chill.
What?
Okay. Do you wanna give the intro?
Welcome to the very first episode of the Cool Kids Table. Um, I'm, I'm. Are we both hosts? You want to be the co-host?
You're both hosts.
No, you want
Yes.
to be the co.
No, we're both hosts. We'll just take turns giving the introduction.
No.
Okay. All right. I guess we're okay. Introduce yourself.
My name is Zan. I go by Concession online. That's it.
Okay. I'm Blake. I'm Blake. That's literally it. I go by Blake online. That's all right. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be really. It's gonna be really scuffed. We've never done this before, so um, please be patient.
Please be patient as I wear my little
I
helmet.
I came into this first episode. I'm the only one that has a topic.
No, you don't. I have a topic, but it's gonna probably
oh,
stem from what you talk about.
he has a topic pending. It's gonna be
Yeah. See.
there soon.
He gets it. He gets it.
Okay, so I guess there's no easy way to transition this. But a main topic that I think is interesting. I have a lot to say about. It's just overall so me and you, we watch a lot of Twitch streams, right?
Yeah.
And all that, and the streams that we watch are primarily females. For no reason. They're just it's in the genre that we like of VTubers and
Yeah.
shit. That
No,
are
what?
mostly they're mostly
No, we don't watch
mostly
VTubers.
females.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We don't want VTubers. Please don't make fun of us, please. I'm begging. Okay. Anyway, but you see some wacky stuff in the chats and like what these dudes say. It is so. It's probably like the most entertaining and the least my least favorite part of watching the streams is and it's really with the smaller ones. We have a friend that streams in that like genre, and we have a couple of friends that stream in that genre, and this stuff. Me and Zan, we have a friend group. We made a drinking game out of how much we see it. It's so
it was
bad.
great.
It's so bad. No, you get stuff like just like 5 minutes into one of them streaming, you just get some guy be like, "Hey baby, did you miss me?" And like everyone's like, "Dude, she does not remember you." She said your name once and like left it out. But they act like
you didn't say my name. I'm gonna strangle you.
And yet these dudes act like they're like super, like they're like best friends with these streamers, and it's like so bad.
Okay, you remember that image I sent you of that one dude that was on HoloLive's like?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I know what you're talking about. You pull that up in editing to show everyone else.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right.
So bad, bro. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's so horrible, and it's funny because it's like these streamers, like they do such a good job playing it off like they don't see it. But like from what me and Zan have talked to them about it, and like they're even like, yeah, I see it, and it hurts me every time. I hate it so much. I'm like, dude, you play it off so well. Like honestly, if I was streaming and I saw that, I would call them out and I'd call them weird. Like I don't like people talking to me like that. That's so like because they make themselves like they act like they've known you for years, and then like you guys are closer than you are. Like no, you're some random dude online that's watching a woman just playing a game, bro. She doesn't know who you are. She doesn't care.
Dude, most likely it's a virtual woman.
Oh yeah. In our case, it's a virtual anime woman. It's like not even real.
Not
like
the
you don't know
same
what she looks
reality
like.
that it's as an actual person.
Yeah, for real. It's so bad, and like it hurts my soul. It scares me to start streaming. Well, I'm a guy.
Well, you're a guy. That shouldn't matter.
But it's like no, I get like like today, it's like I get like what I told you today. Yeah, I got like harassed for just people liking my voice. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
scared of.
I
It's just
mean,
kind of like, uh,
we're
go ahead.
both in the same boat somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah,
Like,
weird.
yours is more of like, okay, so like for VR chat, you attract all the weird people. I just attract like,
Thanks.
no, like I don't know how to put it. You get you get you attract like maps, and that's bad.
Oh yeah, I track the pedophiles.
Yeah, you
For
attract
whatever reason.
maps. I don't know
Well,
why they.
I don't even think they're acting like, well, okay, so they walk up to me not knowing my age, and they just assume that I'm older. Because I've had people just be like, "Oh, I thought you were like 19, 20, or like you're definitely above 18, right?"
Yeah.
And and then I'm like, "No, no, I'm not. I'm 17. I'm underage." Um, and then they're like, I'll get it. It's like literally a 50-50. It's like a flip of a coin. I'll get people saying sorry, or I'll get people who don't back down and are being even more creepy. Like the one guy from like what was like a few months ago. I was
Ooh.
sitting in a VR chat world, and I was just kind of vibing with a couple friends or whatever. We're sitting in front of a mirror talking about stuff, just shooting the shit. And some guy and like his friend like walk up to me, and he's like in a really big like e-boy avatar, like he's like shirtless and everything, and he's like in the laying down stance. And he walks up to me and he was like, "Hey man, you got a really cute voice on you." I'm like, "Uh-huh. Thanks." And he was like, "You're probably really attractive, like outside your avatar." I was like, "Uh-huh, yeah, maybe, probably. I don't know who." And then I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I don't know who you are. Could you please leave me alone?" He was like, "Oh, playing hard to get, I guess." And I was like, "Dude, please
Uh,
chill." I was like, "Okay, can you chill out? Because I'm 17." I was like, I'm underage." And he's like, "Oh, so a little inexperienced. I can teach you." And I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "No, please leave me alone." And then his friend, which was oddly enough, his friend was like a yes man, but it was a
no.
girl. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she was like, "Yeah, we could both teach you a thing or two." And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." I was like, "Okay, uh, so please leave me alone." And I called them weird, and then I just blocked them and went on with my day. But it's like stuff like that. I'm not gonna like stroke myself off and be like, "Oh yeah, dude, that shit happens to me all the time. Like I hate it." But it's like a once a month type of thing. Like it's not rare that I run into it, but I guess I'm just lucky enough to be like, "Oh, it doesn't really bother me too much." I find it funny more than anything.
Oh, so compared to yours, I just attract the furries. Like that's about it. Like it's a very common thing. The I want to say about 2 3 weeks ago, when the last time I played, uh, yeah, I think I was talking to a group of 2 or 3 people. One guy was really good at barking. I don't know how. I can't. That was the like highlight of the night, and the guy was able to bark really well.
God, he was so good at barking.
And when we were chatting, the I guess they all started like uh I don't know, they all started like being attracted to me like magnets. I want to say it's very hard to put into words, but after about like 5 minutes, 10 minutes of chatting with these 3 people, I want to say about 6 furries came upstairs and surrounded us, and
Jesus
listened
Christ.
to us talk, and then that was it. While two of them kept on touching my virtual ears, kept on swaying it around.
So so funnily enough, I've always wanted to start a podcast for a while, right?
Yo,
And honestly, the only reason why we're finally acting on it is through people just like commenting on how they like my voice and like the way that I talk. So I was like, okay, well, why not like I've always wanted to start a podcast, and then also people like my voice. So why not like just do it anyway? Like maybe people will end up liking because I listen to podcasts to go to sleep, and I've heard that my voice helps people go to sleep. Like my girlfriend tells me all the time. she's like, I like when you're rambling and stuff, like at night, because it helps her go to sleep. So I was like, okay, I go to sleep to podcasts, so maybe people will listen to this just to take a nap or whatever.
You send her to sleep by just talking.
Yeah, if she's like, no. So we'll be on call, and it'll be like 10 p.m. or something, and she's got like school the next day, and like we'll just be talking, and then she'll go silent. She'll be like, okay, I'm gonna lay down, and I'm gonna try to go to sleep. I'm like, okay, and I talk to myself when I do stuff, so I'll be playing like Final Fantasy 14 or whatever, and I'll just be talking to myself or whatever about like the quest that I'm doing or the steps I need to take to do something, because it helps me keep track of my thoughts. And then it'll be like 30 minutes of me just talking. She'll like, babe, you're putting me to sleep. And I love your voice so much. I was like, okay, thanks. I was like, all right, I'm just talking to myself. And I always apologize. I'm always like, I'm sorry if I keep you awake or anything. She's like, you're doing literally the opposite. You're not giving me awake at all. You're actually putting me to sleep. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's a good thing. But it's the critically acclaimed MMORPG, also known as Final Fantasy 14. You know, so it's got an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award and the Heaven's Ward expansion. All the way up to level 60 with no cap on playtime. Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. Don't play. What class shouldn't you play as? Don't play as a summoner, or you're cringe. And only play as Black Mage if you're a true gamer like me. Hopefully Zan doesn't hear this, but I mean, he's the one editing it. So little do you guys know, Zan is like in love with men. He like loves men. It's like he doesn't stop talking about men. It's so like we'll literally be doing anything. I'd be playing Valorant with him or something, and he's like, God, I love men. And that's not like there's anything wrong with that. It's just all he ever talks about. So if you're a man, watch out, because he's a menace. Imagine being a nerd. Oh my god. This is the best podcast ever, honestly. Where is this guy? What's y'all's favorite ice cream flavor? Did you come back? Oh my god.
I had to go and grab some crates.
Oh my god. Okay, so you're back. We can come back. We can start
I believe so.
again. Okay, I don't even know where I left off.
You left off on people talking about how you talk. And how I talked about how I track furries in VR chat.
Oh, and that's how I basically, how I've always wanted to. Okay, yeah. I've always wanted to do a podcast because of how people have talked about my voice. Oh, and how I put my girlfriend to sleep. Yeah. I finished that topic. All right, I literally just finished what I was saying right as you left.
Yeah, I mean, same thing for me. Well, I've been playing Valorant more and more, and I want to say like 1 in 10 games, there's at least one person that's like, hey, I kind of like how you talk. Can you keep talking? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I'm like, when people tell me to keep talking, I'm like, I don't know what you want. Like,
No, I
don't know
just
what
say
you want me to.
random crap. Why do you think every time I start a game, I'm always like, is that how you pronounce your name? Do I pronounce it night or nicotine? I just butcher their name.
Is this do you see anything peculiar?
Do you see anything peculiar?
Yeah, the thing that sucks is I guess back on like quote unquote streamer harassment, people just being like creepy to streamers. It's not even stream, it's just people online are just creepy to girls that either sound attractive or look a little attractive. Because it happens
Especially
in like,
virtual girls too, which is very
oh my god.
weird.
Well, it happens to my girlfriend all the time when we play Valorant.
No,
She'll say something in game, and then there'll just be some dude like hardcore simping for her.
and virtual streamers, like virtual VTubers. Like, well, how? Like, why?
Exactly. It's insane. It's literally insane. I don't understand. It's got to be a mental illness. I don't understand how
It's
you
either
can.
that or it's under the pretense like, oh, I'm online. It's all anonymous.
That's what I think. That's what I think with people who are creeper online. It's just kind of like, oh well, people will never find out. But I'm like, yeah, but that's online, and it can always be traced back to you. Also, it's weird. Like, it affects other people. It affects how they think of themselves. It affects how they go about their everyday lives. Like, I'm sure some streamers have just been so like harassed enough or whatever that they feel either the need to be like skanky or like have to like keep up the cute attitude to keep like an audience or whatever, because that's what the people are attracted to. That's what people like want to see. Um, or they just like they don't like the attention that they get, so they try to change themselves in some way, or try to like be more conscious on like the way they talk even. Because there's a lot of virtual YouTubers that are like they don't talk in their real voice for a good reason, because they either make up a fake one to make it sound really cutesy and like more like something that can get an
It's
audience more,
less of
or they can mask their actual voice.
yeah, I would think it's more like putting on a character because we do talk to one streamer a lot and she did say that she's voice acting.
Yeah. Oh, and we even found like old clips of her using her actual voice. Like it was like it's a thing that unfortunately people have to do. I guess I wouldn't say unfortunately, because it seems like the streamer we're talking about. It seems like she enjoys it a lot and she has a
Yeah.
lot of fun with it. Um, but it's like I feel like for some like other streamers, they're not fortunate enough to like have fun with it, or like are not fortunate enough to like enjoy doing it. Because I have a feeling putting on a voice for that long, like she only streams for like 3 or 4 hours on like average. But even then, like putting on a fake voice for that long, that's got to be straining on your throat. To be honest, like I could not do that.
I don't know. Probably depends because I mean, look at the SpongeBob voice actor. Well, when he did it.
Yeah, but he's reading like lines. Like
He's
he's
reading
doing a lot of
lines,
lines.
but
He's like reading lines, but he can take breaks within those lines. Like a streamer has to constantly keep talking, and with the energy that I'm just gonna say D. With the energy
Deals.
that D brings, um, she she's really
She can
loud,
hold
and she's always like it's super chaotic. Like she's super energetic,
she can hold that constant really well.
and it's really constant for like hours on end. And it's like, dude, how do you do that? And it's like I don't know. I would say it's almost like what is the word? Mesmerizing, I guess, because it's like almost to the point where like I look up to her for it, because I'm like, okay, shit, like I wish I could put up that type of like energy. Because even when we were streaming like zombies, like Black Ops Zombies and shit, I had the energy for maybe like the first hour, but then like the second half of that, I was just my energy was going downhill. I was like, dude, I'm done. I want to leave. I want to go lay down. But like streamers that can do that shit for like hours on end. It's crazy. It's absolutely
Seeing
insane to me
uncapped
how you can.
subathons is also insane.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know how people do that. Well, okay, when subathons were first becoming a really big thing, it was insane to me. But now there's like they started like adding rules to subathons to make it like easier. Obviously, like I don't want a streamer to stream for like days on end without any rest. But there's things where it's like subathons, they've added more stuff to make it easier, like usually it's like, okay, I'm going to do a 48-hour stream or a 48-hour like thing, but they added the I'm only sleeping category to Twitch, so then they can just switch over to that. So over to that. So so then the streamer can sleep, which is good. I don't mind. It's healthy and whatever. But it's like it's not as interesting, I guess. I guess I'm just enslaved to this need to see something, to see someone else be in pain for my own amusement. But yeah, I don't know. This shit's insane. I don't know how people can put it up for that long.
I mean, you'd probably be able to do it if you did put the time into it. Like, think about because you do want to become a streamer sometime soon, especially after you move.
Yeah. Within the next year, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do it. I just I think I wouldn't try to be playing a character as much as just being myself.
That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. Like, I feel like I'm just being my own self for this quote unquote role.
Because honestly, if I could play a character, I probably would. But I don't have the energy, nor do I have the patience to do it. Because then I feel like it gives me, what's the word, like imposter syndrome or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's like I play up a character and like say I do really well. It's like, well, they don't like me; they like the character. Like I feel like that would
my
mess
own
with me.
success is coming off of something that I am not.
Exactly. Like I'm lying to my audience, but I'm like getting successful out of it. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that. So I just want to be my own self, play my own character, I guess.
Thanks for the follow. Kill you.
Yeah. Thanks for the donation. Why would you ever spend $25 on me? You do not know me. We are not friends. But thanks, I guess. I can buy me dinner tonight.
I'm just gonna line my pockets real quick.
You guys are all just a number to me.
Another notch in my belt.
But no, yeah, it's impressive, really. To be honest, to be true, like, it's impressive.
On the down low, that's for true.
On the DL, that's for true. Do you have anything? Is your topic finally done pending or no?
What topic?
Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna literally carry this podcast, bro. I swear to God.
No, I'm not. No, you're not. Wait. Nothing has been very interesting to me in the last few days to even bring up, honestly. It's all you know how it goes. It's just me at work. And that's why it took us a million years to get this podcast even rolling. Because we were thinking about this even before I even got this job.
You're always busy on a Thursday for whatever reason. It's so annoying.
Yeah, and I have class in like 3 hours.
Oh my god, we've been doing this. We've been trying to plan this podcast. Yeah. We were like, okay, let's do it on a Thursday. Like a month and a half ago. We couldn't do it one time because I forgot what I was busy. I think I had baseball. I think I had my baseball championship.
You were.
And then, so I was gone for a few days for that. And then I had something else right after. Like, and then everything after that.
It was just
it's always been. It's always been. I'm busy. I'm busy doing this. I can't. I'm unpacking. What the fuck is? I'm breaking up boxes. I can't.
I'm actually making a summoning circle right now. You can't bother me. I'm too busy.
I'm summoning. summoning Satan right now, please. Can we please push the podcast back?
Can we push the podcast back like a day, and then I'm back in work? Like, dude. Oh, okay. I guess we could talk about how my work is going because man, things have been ramping up. So, for those that don't follow my personal life too closely, I started my job at KFC, I want to say 7 weeks ago now. One more week and it'll be a full 2 months. Or, well, I guess more than 2 months.
God, it feels like longer.
I think it was a little bit longer because I started school a week after. So 3 months, my bad. And it's a pretty good job. I got hired in one location, got sent to a different location like 20 minutes from my house to get trained at because we had another guy training at the place I work at currently. And this dude was getting trained there like I think 2 days prior to me. I just got started in the first location I was sent. I finally get transferred over about a week after I started, so 4 or 5 days of working, and that's when I got thrown into like the biggest loop of understaffed, minimum wage entertainment. I'm supposed to be a cook. I make KFC fried chicken. I'm not afraid to say that. I don't know the 7 herbs or 11 herbs and spices.
We'll write that down. He works at a KFC. No. Search every KFC in America.
I live in this state, in this city. Here's my zip code. But
here's my SSN.
The best part about it is I was supposed to have 2 days off, Thursday for schooling and another day for just having a day off. But currently I only have 1 full day off, which is Thursdays, because I used to have 2 days off. It used to be Monday and Thursday. What happened was we lost a lot of staff members, and that brings me back to the guy that was working at this location before me, like getting trained. He quit right as I joined that location, so I never got to see him. What makes it even better is that I never even saw my RGM, my manager of the store, and I've been here for nearly 3 months. Okay, here, let me search up what RGM is so I don't get this.
Regional manager.
Is it regional manager? Okay. I got restaurant general manager. That's the word. Okay, so I wasn't too far off.
I was close.
You weren't wrong, but I've never met my RGM in the 3 months that I've been here. Supposedly she's sick. That's as much as I can give, and because of that, I've only seen 3 managers, but now we only have 1 in total. Everyone else that is my manager comes from a different store. Not much really happened other than me trying to get workers' comp for an extreme rash that I developed over the 5 days I just started at my
that shit was nasty.
location. Yeah, so quick recap on that. It was just me washing dishes, and whatever was in the soap or in the water, when I washed, it would actually literally burn my skin away. So I got workers' comp. Supposedly it says I had workers' comp. They made me sign something. I had my social security, so and it said work comp. I don't know. Does it kick in? I'm not sure. I was supposed to be transferred to what I call frontline, where you're supposed to pack orders, take orders, stuff like that. Oh, and the second time I ever did frontline, oh my god, I've never been more horrified. Blake finds it funny. My parents found it funny. But remember when I told you that you said that you would have just laughed it off and joked along, but a homeless woman came in and she wanted her order taken, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So I was like, hey, welcome to KFC, how can I help you? And she was like, oh yeah, can I get 2 chicken sandwich? I want to stab you in the head so bad. I want to kill you. I want to tear your insides out. And I was like, oh my god.
Holy shit,
I
he's
tried to do the
tweaking.
best poker face I ever had. And I stood there and I was
I'm
like,
laughing.
well, that's what you like. She's like, that was it. I was like, okay, very well. It'll be out in a moment. And then she sits at the table. I give her food. I had to walk up to her and she's talking to herself. Like, she's basically yelling to her own self. The restaurant was empty except for one other customer. And she was like invested in typing on her PC or her laptop, which is fine. I guess she wasn't really paying attention to what was happening.
Mhm.
But I give her food. She thanks me and starts whispering again. I was like, oh no. I felt like she put a curse on me. She was also
She was
saying like she hoped
lying.
that I died at this job alone.
Oh my god.
Dude, that was horrifying. Like, to
Bro, she
myself.
walked in and chose violence. Bro, she probably targeted you. She walked in and chose violence, bro. She got a whiff of that Zaza.
She got a whiff of my minority scent.
No.
No, but
Nice.
she
It's
spooked
insane.
me. Like, after she left, my manager pulled me to the side, and she was like, when she's like done eating, and if she leaves her trash, throw it away, wipe the entire table and all the chairs surrounding it, change your mask, and wash your hands 3 times. I was like,
God,
got you.
she's infected. She's infected. Shit, it was
No,
probably rabies, dude. She's
she
foaming at the mouth.
she brought a blanket in. She like wrapped herself in a blanket, and it was like it had lots of dirt all over it. It was like a pinkish blue blanket.
Yeah, so she definitely wasn't. She was probably homeless.
She,
Or definitely
I
wasn't.
literally said.
Oh, I'm not paying attention. Anyway, no. So like, if I if I was in that situation, I most likely would have laughed it off. I would, because you, the moment it happened, you messaged me. You were like, Blake, I'm so fucking shook right now. Please help me. And
I was like, I'm scared, dude.
so what
That
happened? And you
spooked
told
me.
me, and I
I
was
immediately went into the
why are you,
break room. I took my 10. I was like, I'm just sitting here for a bit. And my coworker was like, what happened? I was like, she literally threatened me.
bro?
And
Motherfucker got
she was
threatened at a
preying on my
KFC.
downfall. Like, did you not hear what she was
For
saying?
real. IRL preying on my downfall. Saw that shit in person.
And the reason why I mentioned frontline or like me working in the front was because I want to work back up there again because it has more. I feel like I get more interesting stories and more entertainment out of it than sitting in the
Hey,
back
we get
cooking
more
chicken.
podcast content. Let's go.
And uh, there is a lot more that has happened after a few more weeks. Like, we're coming up to me trying to get a new transfer to a different store. The one I go to now is 15 minutes away. The one that I want to go to is 4 minutes from my house.
You just walk there, right?
I literally walk there. It would probably take me like 10, 15 minutes. And it's like
God,
it's a Taco Bell KFC joint. And I was like, oh
sounds
my
awesome.
goodness, it's 4 minutes away. That sounds a lot better than driving 15 minutes.
And you get paid more.
That too. So what I get paid right now is California minimum wage,
Oh,
$15.
all right, narrowed it down. Find all the KFCs in California.
I'll just give it that. And the issue with what I'm getting paid is in comparison to the one that is near my house, they get paid 16 to almost 17.50. And I was trying to figure out why, and the people from that location told me that it's possibly because it's in the ghetto. Like, unironically, that's what they told me. And they also said that it's super busy over there every single day. I thought my store was busy, but from what they've told me, they said that they get lines wrapped around until like 12 or 1 in the morning, and they're supposed to close at
Jesus
10.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yo, why do they got a whole function going on at the KFC Taco Bell joint? What the hell?
For some reason, it's just a fast food thing. You're supposed to close at 10, but people come by around like 12 and are like, can you guys open? I want chicken.
Well, it's to be honest, I've always thought every fast food restaurant was open 24/7 just because McDonald's is open 24/7.
I think the only 2 locations that I do know is 24/7 is the McDonald's near my house and the Jack in the Box. Oh, no. never mind. The Jack in the Box closes at 2 in the morning. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I've always thought they were 24/7 just because McDonald's is, and that's usually what I'm used to, and it just makes sense for a fast food restaurant to be open 24/7.
Yeah.
Because like road trips and shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're gonna take a road trip through the suburbs, Blake. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. The suburbs of. Wait, where do you live?
Of the southern part of California.
Oh, okay. We've narrowed it down. We've cut California in half. I'll look for every KFC in Southern California, and
Yeah,
you'll
have fun
find
with
them.
that. But oh yeah. So I'm like I said, I'm supposed to be working in the front. I cook in the back. They want to push me to the front because of my condition that I developed the first few days of work. Like for washing dishes, literally tore my skin apart, let it crack and stuff. So they're like, okay, we're gonna try to get you to the front. We don't want you working in the back anymore. And two, you have better skills to be up here. I was like, okay, cool. I'm doing my things. I'm I'm I I'm off Monday. I remember this. I was off on a Monday, and I was told the day prior, like, hey, we're getting a guy on Monday. He's gonna be following you around. He's gonna be shadowing you while you work on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll send him back to a different cook when when you're off again on Thursday. I was like, okay, cool. I I get back in on Tuesday, and that's when some news broke that there was an altercation yesterday. Not really like a physical, just more of a yelling altercation. And turns out one of my managers was supporting the new guy that came in because he said that he was being intimidated, and I was like, "Oh, that's sucks," because no one here has intimidated me once as long as I've worked here, and I've been working for like at least 2 months. And the guy was like upset. He starts yelling at everyone. The manager is backing him up, yelling at everyone as well. And one of the cooks that I felt like I was pretty close with, he quit on the spot. I heard about that. And I was really upset because he was the one to teach me a lot about how to properly manage my time while cooking chicken, which sounds really stupid, but it helps out a lot if I want to leave before like 2 in the morning, because that happened only once. Just washing dishes and cleaning up my area. So he left, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. Then we were supposed to receive a manager that night. He was supposed to come in. He was gonna help us out, but he came in an hour and a half late, dressed in the nicest flannel I've ever seen. Some nice jeans, nice cool looking shoes. They look fresh, and he was saying his goodbyes. He was hugging everyone. He was saying goodbye. He looked at me. He's like, Zan, it was an honor working with you. Then he left. I was like, what? So I already lost one manager and one coworker. Then that's when I was told from my manager that during the morning shift, like, hey, we also do not have the new cook anymore. So that's 3 people, 1 manager, 2 coworkers. The one that yelled at everyone. I'm like, bro, this is already going like a little sour. And this happened only 2 weeks ago from today. And uh it it slowly starts dwindling because turns out one of my coworkers just came back, who I thought was who allegedly quit. I was wrong. She was supposed to be fired, but she wanted to take a mental health break, and she just forgot to notify someone. And that entire, I guess, thing just caused her to, recluse, do like take some time for herself. Her not telling anyone that she was not going to be coming in for a few days caused an uproar because I had told my coworker that she hasn't come in, and there was a possibility that she quit, that I guess he quit, and he was one of the other cooks. It sucked. Like we had like 5 or 6 cooks, including me, and now there's only 3 of us. And if one more were to leave, I probably won't even have a day off anymore.
Means no more podcast episodes for a while. Well, actually, okay, so I know for a little bit, this is actually really awkward timing to start because it's gonna be we're gonna release this one episode, and it's probably gonna be like 2 months until we release another one because
Nah, I
I'm
doubt
gonna
it.
be in the process of moving.
So you can do a
And
solo.
no, you're not doing this shit solo. This is a duo act. This is a duo act.
Come on.
No solo,
No,
only
you can do
duo.
solo. That's what I'm saying.
I can do solo.
You can do
What?
solo, and I can do solo if you are fine with that.
I don't even know what I talk about for like an hour by
Talk
myself.
about true crime.
I'll read a book.
You could probably do that, honestly.
No, so I'll be in the process of moving, and I'd have to get everything figured out and unpacked and get a job and everything. So then, podcast episode releases will be completely dependent on my schedule and Zan's schedule, and whenever we both have an opening.
Yeah.
And but the timing will be better because we'll both be in the same time zone. So
Yeah,
it
so
won't
like
we won't be
12 in the
recording
morning.
at close to midnight for me, and I'll probably have more energy to talk.
That's true. We have to match our schedules together now.
Yeah. It go crazy. It do go crazy. Yeah, my free days will probably be looking like record a podcast episode and then stream
Oh yeah, streaming.
because I'd have to do. I mean, I don't think I'm only gonna get one day a week of a day off. I think I'll get like a couple.
Oh, you're
From the
so
jobs that I'm looking
lucky,
at.
huh?
I think I honestly think I get the weekends off for like the jobs that I'm looking at.
Yeah. The
So
yeah, so like I said, my schedule's absolutely screwed. One day off, and that's because after he heard the news, he quit. So that's like what, 3 coworkers that are gone? No, 4 coworkers gone. Then we didn't like the following week we were supposed to have another person come in the morning to help prepare the shop by making mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, stuff like that. Like all the sides that you eat with your KFC fried chicken that I make in this Southern California. And she didn't call in to say that she wasn't coming in because because of the 2 cooks are missing or quit. I had to fill in the position on Monday, and that's when I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird. She didn't come in." And then that's when my manager is like talking on the phone, like, "Hey, I just got a text. She quit."
oh my god.
So there's 5 people quit or that have quit by then. I was like, "Oh my god, why?"
The mashed potatoes was the final straw. She said, "Fuck this shit."
Then there's been plenty of other people that have quit prior to this happening, but they were like somewhat new to the store. One of them was supposed to be my manager. She was there for like 4 days, got her paycheck like during her lunch break, and never came back during her lunch break.
She just wanted that final paycheck. And
She wanted
left.
that final paycheck within the 4 days and left. And
Bruh.
we had another lady. She was I think she is in the military, if I remember the conversation correctly. And she was part of the army. She used to be a manager at different stores around the states, and so she got moved here. She's working. I've only seen her for 2 days. I come back after a day of my break. I'm like, oh, where did our new manager go? And they're like, oh, yeah, she quit. Not because it
Bro.
was of the store. It's because of like she's military. It was just a part-time job.
Yeah. Unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
I'm literally telling you, bro. You should probably like if you can't transfer. I'm telling you, bro. You should probably quit.
I want to. I actually want to work at Crumbl Cookies, if you know what that is.
Crumbl cookies.
You ever heard of it? I don't know if you do know what it is.
I just know that they crumble cookies.
Okay. Crumbl cookies is for those that don't know, it's a little I guess it's franchise owned. I could be wrong. I don't know if it's locally owned. And
I don't think it's a local thing. I think it's definitely
I think it's a national thing over the states. I know that some stores can be locally owned, that's why. But overall, it's franchise based, and I think it's franchise. I could be off. We're getting we're getting off topic.
You're getting so far off topic.
The every week they have I think 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 8
So I
cookies.
just looked it up. It's a local thing. It's
It is
only in the
local?
Midwest. Yes.
Okay, so I wasn't too
I'm not
far off.
seeing any in California.
It's like talking. There's a few here. There's one like 10 minutes from my house.
I see one in Texas, one in what is this?
This is like me searching
Arizona.
up for A&W restaurants, and I only saw it in like Kentucky.
Yeah, so there's one in New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, and there's a few in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, so if you ever end up here, I'll take you to Crumbl Cookies. But it's they give you a box of 8 cookies. They're huge. I think it's $20 for it. I'm probably wrong about that. I haven't bought one myself. Only my family has. And every week it's random, or not random, but like different flavors. You don't get to choose what it is. Yeah, I think my favorite one had to be a peanut butter cookie.
I'm looking at a few of them right now on their website, and there's one, and I'm assuming they call it the s'mores one, and they literally just melt a marshmallow into the middle of the cookie and just drizzle it in chocolate. Dude, these look so good. What the hell?
They actually are. Like, I think out of all the cookies that I've tried, I've only disliked one, only because it was like super chocolatey, but I don't think that was intentional. I think that was just a mishap, because it was just like
They put a blue raspberry icy flavor. What the hell? Oh, and they sell ice cream too? No way.
Insane amount of chocolate in it. I think it was on accident. I don't blame
So, okay, so it seems like the weekly cookie flavors changes every week.
Mm-hmm.
So the weekly flavors they have now is just milk chocolate chip, birthday cake patriotic, apple pie, s'mores brownie, blue raspberry icy, and cornbread. And the cornbread one looks like it's just classic cornbread like breading, but it's got a honey butter glaze and like a little scoop of the buttercream ice cream on the top of it,
and honey on top,
or not ice cream, frosting.
They also
give
you calorie free.
Find a Crumbl.
The blue raspberry one looks like a toothpaste.
It does look like toothpaste, but it looks really good. Oh, okay, there's definitely more than. Okay, so it's a national thing. They're everywhere.
Yeah, that's except what I assume.
There's only one in Nebraska. Screw Nebraska. There's only one in North Dakota as well. They seem to be mainly around really big cities.
They were.
Because New Mexico's is in Albuquerque, Arizona's all of them are in Phoenix. There's a few in other places. California, there's a crap ton in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego. And near the north of it too, like Sacramento and all that. And in Nevada, there's dude, there's some in Las Vegas. Oh my god. I'm about to hop by one of those, a few of those.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right next to where I'll be living.
You should definitely give it a shot. But they're huge cookies. I don't know how to. Okay, look at the palm of your hand. It's probably just about that size or a little bit bigger.
Well, I'm a fat ass, and that's not that big. It's definitely an American thing. There's one singular one in Hawaii and one singular one in Alaska.
There's one in Alaska?
It's like South Alaska. It's on an island.
Okay.
Oh no, it's in Anchorage. Never mind. That makes sense.
It's in. I was about to guess if it was in Anchorage.
Well, like
What's
I
up?
said, it looks like they're just only settled in like big cities.
Video? Yes. You didn't know that? You didn't know? No. My brother just discovered my TikTok video.
Did you show up on his For You page?
Did I show up on your For You page?
Yeah.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay then.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was looking at it. We're talking about it right now.
Oh, I guess that means we can talk about your like 1 month of fame.
My 1 month of fame. What, Xavier?
None.
Okay then. That was so random.
Your
Yeah.
singular month of fame, maybe
So
less.
I think this was was this right as I moved here? It had to
I
be.
think it was close because you didn't have a job yet, and it was right
Not at
around the
all.
same
I
time
just
that
got this job.
Shut up. It was right around the same time I just got my PC.
So yeah, it's
So it was
when I
in
got
like
here.
yeah, it was around when you got there, and we were like really trying to get into like content creation because we were both bored.
Yeah, so this was before. This was way after I got here, surprisingly.
Yeah, you got there. You got there a while ago. You got there
I got
like
here
the
in
beginning
March.
of. Yeah, you got there like near the beginning of last year.
So 2021 March I moved here, and then this is like right as I also met Gavin or Plob.
Yeah. Like I
And
just introduced you guys, and you guys were playing RL Crafts while
yeah,
I think I was asleep or something.
I don't remember, but you were
I just
there.
know I wasn't in call.
You were there before. You left. Like before you left, or right after you left. That's when we were like.
Oh no,
talking.
I was there because I remember. No, I was there. I was in call. I just didn't say anything because I was doing something. Because I heard you guys talking.
Yeah. I'll put it up for those that are somehow watching this as a video format. But
for our visual listeners.
Yeah, for our visual.
Visual.
Yeah. Wait, I'm wrong. Visual
Yeah,
listeners. Whatever.
Yeah. For our audio listeners, unfortunate for you, I guess.
Yeah, you're
We'll
just gonna have to.
explain it
We'll just
after.
give it an
We can
extreme
explain
detail.
Yeah, we'll just have to explain it after you pull up the one.
Yeah, I have the video right here. It's just of me playing RL Craft with Plob or Gavin, and I'm like taking in the scenery, and then I see a weird like cobble like structure, and underneath the structure is a skeleton. Obviously, he's not burning because he's hiding underneath from in the shade. I'm like, oh, that's so weird. He has a trumpet, and he when Plob starts explaining like what it does, he's like, oh yeah, they just have a chance of spawning with one, and they also are pretty powerful or somewhat, and there's a chance that they can drop it. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, and I pull out my little tiny flint dagger to stab it to death, which would probably take even longer than my fist. And it cuts right before I stab the skeleton, and for some reason, I posted it to TikTok because I was like, well, this is like something random, and this was back.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, this was back in this month actually. This will be.
It's almost a 1 year anniversary of this.
It's
video.
almost its 1 year anniversary on the 29th of this month. It will be 1 years old that I uploaded this video. And mind you, I was using metal. Remember, we were using metal.
I hated using metal so much. It was so bad.
I hated it because it always messed up my videos.
It messed up our audio. It just did not like our audio.
I don't know what that was about though, but
you know how it would make mine like really muffled and you can barely hear me?
Yeah, because you had your gain high.
No, I had it down. I thought it was my gain. I kept messing with my gain. I finally figured it out. I don't even know how I did it, but my mic sounds completely fine. It was only in recordings too. Like it sounded fine like in Discord or like when I was doing anything else. But like in recordings it would be like super muffled.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so the video. I go to bed after I upload it, after editing it. It's just really simple edits, like the meat, I guess subtitles and a
Really
subtitle
just
for the
subtitles,
skeleton,
yeah.
and it makes a little doot noise, and I absolutely hate that noise because of this video. I hate how much this video
It's giving
blew up.
PTSD, bro. It's giving
In the
PTSD.
original video, it was literally just me like recording a 45-minute segment, and this was the smallest thing that I thought was hilarious to me personally. And I didn't expect this to blow up overnight when I went to bed. I woke up the next morning and all I saw was you have gained like 2,000 followers and over, I want to say, 5,000 likes. I was like, what? Who? From what? Are you
Yeah,
like,
you woke up. I remember you woke up and you started messaging me. You're like, Blake, check my TikTok. You gotta check it. And I was like, huh? Why? And you're like, just check it. And I check it, and it was at like, I think at the time it was at like 5,000 views or something like that.
yeah,
And I was like, oh, okay, that's a few thousand. I was like, because at the time I was like, yeah, I know TikTok, like their view count and stuff like that is like super inflated, because if it just shows up on someone's For You page and they don't even have to look at it for like longer than a second, it counts as a view. So I was like, okay, it means it's just it got caught by the algorithm, and it's gone to a few thousand people's like stuff. So we were sitting there, all right, and me and you we're just kind of hanging out, and then we check it like 30 minutes later or something, I think, and it's at like 100,000, and we're both like, wait, what the hell? It's at 100,000. And okay, we're like, okay, it's definitely gonna stop growing soon, right?
yeah. And this was when I
And
was like playing Left 4 Dead and Phasmophobia.
so we're like it's definitely gonna stop soon. Like, there's no way this keeps going. We check it maybe like an hour and a half later. It's at like 400,000, and we're like, holy shit! Wait a minute. And
And it
then
just
we then
kept on rising.
it kept on going. Every couple hours we'll check it, and it would go up by like a couple 100,000. And then I think it was the next day we were like, okay, time to check it again. Let's see what happened. It's at like 1.2 million,
Yep,
and
around
we're
that.
like, holy shit. And it also had like how much did it had like a few thousand likes or something like that.
Oh, over a million views. It had over 100,000 some, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh
so I was like,
my.
I started having, it's not even like,
Oh no, you're lagging.
how do people like this stuff? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it wasn't even that funny.
Oh,
And uh
I was gonna say that this is also what sparked some people saying like, oh my god. Well, it became full blown, and I became a little egotistical over it, where people were like, "Oh, you sound pretty cute or hot or whatever," and I was like, "Oh
yeah,
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 I
yeah.
remember
Thank you for rubbing it in, or
that.
thank you for inflating my ego."
Yeah, I
Lit-
remember you had an ego trip for like a week. I was
and
like,
then
Zen, you
it
gotta
was
calm
like
down.
it doubled down. Like I doubled down on my ego trip when my other video blew up.
You you could thank Silvervale for that one.
I gotta thank Silvervale for that one. Shout out to Silver.
Oh yeah. The smallest podcast, just two people shouting out Silvervale. Yeah, if you guys don't know about her, check her out. No, but Zan he won a free game off of one of Silvervale's streams. And if that didn't if winning the game didn't blow it up his ego, it was the TikTok video he made while playing the Forgotten City.
Oh,
So basically what the video was, and it's funny because I was there for the process of you recording it. It was a premeditated thing. This was something that you thought of. You were like, "Oh, this is gonna be hilarious." You reloaded a save for it and everything,
like
and
I did it for like a good 10 minutes. I
you
remember because every time I did it, I was like, my delivery was terrible. I'm doing it again.
you explained to me the skit like step by step, and I was like, "Okay, Zang, pop off, I guess." And basically, so Zan doesn't use this TikTok anymore, but if he
It's only
can
for
throw out
uploading
his
things
old,
that I want to keep forever.
so he can throw out the TikTok on screen or whatever. And if not, then it could be in like the description.
Yeah.
But in this video, this one did a little bit. It did a little bit worse than the Minecraft one by just like a million views. So it got like another. I think it's at
Yeah,
like
it's just shy
1.4.
of 1 million views.
Okay, so basically in this video, he's playing the Forgotten City, which, if you don't know, it's like an official release of an old Skyrim mod, right?
Yeah.
And he basically he walks into this room, and this woman like he's talking to this NPC, and I forget what she said.
She's like,
What exactly did she
she's
say?
like, you can't be in this, you can't be in here. And then I was like, yes, I can. And she's like, uh, I need a guard in here or something like that.
Oh, and you were like, guard this, and then you like pulled out a Glock into her face and shot her, and then ran away.
Yeah, I was
And
like, do you have this in ancient Greece? And I pulled out a
oh yeah,
Glock.
like, do you have this in ancient Greece? And then pulled out a Glock and shot her and then ran away. That was it. That was the whole video. And this one, it blew up a little faster,
Yeah,
but it didn't
surprisingly.
as good. But
I'm
it was
honestly surprised though that this one did worse than a Minecraft video that I wheezed at for like 2
it's
seconds.
it's probably because it was Minecraft, to be
That
honest.
It's that, and people were like, I guess people commenting on the video made it worse too because they're like, oh my god, Sans, oh my god, Sans, it's Sans, and then I guess it reached out to people that are like, oh, you like Undertale, so hey, check out this video. It's probably Undertale
I was saying
related.
this is yeah, so because it was Minecraft, it was probably popping up on a lot of people who like Minecraft's For You page, and not a lot of people like the Forgotten City or even know about it.
And
Um,
3, the Forgotten City, I think the only reason why it blew up was because I one or like one, it's the algorithm. 2, it was the fact that I mentioned I think it was 3 things. The game was semi new, so no one has ever seen it. 2, I put in my description that you were playing Halo Infinite during the flight test. And
oh, you
3,
did.
uh I think I think tagging you probably did something. I could be wrong.
Maybe. So, because I was also releasing Minecraft stuff on my TikTok, um, so because of you tagging me, it probably showed up on some other people's Minecraft stuff as well, because it's like, oh well, it's related to creators that you like or whatever. Um, but no, like the TikTok algorithm is weird. Honestly, if you kept up the uploads, you'd probably be doing really well on TikTok
I
right now.
probably would have, but then I was like, uh, I did actually keep a consistent upload for a bit, and then we realized like that was like my only 2 shots I'd ever hit it because it would never rise
Yeah,
back above like
you
10K.
peaked, because then after that, you averaged around, like, 6 to 700 views or something like that. Like, not saying that's not a lot, it's just, like, I think I think to new creators and everything, to, like, us, like, seeing a video shoot up to, like, 2,000,000, and it was, like, your first, like one of your first, like it's, like, your first few, it shot up to, like, 2,000,000, you were expecting more out of it, and so when you saw that you weren't getting as much traction as you were, you just kinda gave up on it. But
Yeah.
also life got in the way. I got really busy with school. You got really busy with school, and you were looking for a job. So it was like we
Yeah.
kind of had to take a break from it. Um, I never really took off. I think the most views I got on my TikTok was about like 800 or something like that, and it was a Left 4 Dead video.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I forgot
and
about that video.
it was a Left 4 Dead 2 video. I was playing it with Gabe, and we're just kind of playing the game normally. It's that one mission where you're like crawling through the sewers on Left 4 Dead 1. And I pick up a gun and I go into this really tight corridor, and I turn the corner and there's just a tank that can like barely fit in this sewer tunnel. I think his arms are like clipping through the wall because he's so big. And like the moment I turn the corner, I see him and I get scared and I run away and I make a really like I should have cut it off because it would have been funnier. But then like after that, you just hear me and Gabe like freaking out and trying to shoot him. And that's when the video ends, and it's like I think I say a few things that I thought were funny. I think that's the only reason why I kept it in.
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason why I did the cutoff too, because when I uploaded it to YouTube, I was like, I can see why I don't like it at the same time, because I did complete the entirety of it and actually did fire my gun in Forgotten City, or the Forgotten City. I mean, it's always a hit or miss, and it's always like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
It's a lot of like, it's a lot of decision making you got to do when you're like editing a video, because it's like, okay, well, do I want to cut it off where the funny happens because it's like a shock value type thing, like, oh shit, like, aha, or do you want to like let it sit and like let it sit and then have the viewer like laugh about it with you as well, like at the same time that you're laughing. But it always seems like, I feel like for TikTok, it always seems like you want to cut it off,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
because it's just easier, and it's fat, and it's like, oh, haha, and it makes the person like watch it again, which adds to another view. Um, so it keeps viewer retention, especially with TikTok. It's a way to like abuse the system where it's like, okay, well, they can't. There's not a rewind system. There's not a skipping system. So you have to rewatch the whole video
no,
if
no,
you
they
want to see
actually
that
did
part
reset.
again.
They actually did actually. Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, they recently just added that where
that's what I was trying to
you can
say. Say
fast
reset.
forward you can fast forward a video. But at the time when you released it, you couldn't do that.
Yeah,
So
you
like
had
the
to
only way they
watch
could
it
see
in through its
that
entirety again.
yeah. So it was a way to like kind of cheat the system. Um But no, like I slowly want to get back into making TikTok content and streaming and shit, but I'll do that when I start streaming. I think what I'll be posting on TikTok is stream highlights, really, because those usually seem to do well on TikTok and everything. You just take
I'm
out your best
Yeah,
clip and then you just post it.
I was
You
actually thinking
lightly
about
edit it and
doing
post it.
something similar. I was thinking about actually making a completely new TikTok, because I think if this is using my old email, the one that I'm using now, then I can use my new email and make a new one for my Twitch account.
Yeah, yeah, and I think you should, and I could help with like the clips and like help editing and all that, because there's a few I made on your Twitch channel that I thought were funny. Um,
Yeah.
and then I've already like
Do you
pre-trimmed them
see
and
the
edited them. It just
ABQ?
has to you just have to add subtitles.
Yeah, subtitles. I just gotta get back into editing again. I've been very out of it. I feel bad because one of Dee's friends, I was supposed to make a video a long time ago. I even asked their permission if I could use our
Mm,
conversation for it. I was like, okay,
mhm.
yeah, I'll make it, and it's been like 2-3 months. It's only
Oh,
because I've
oh
been
yeah, that
really
video, that video.
tired. I've been tired of school, and then this job got me like ramped up, and then I'm just sitting here like, I want to edit again, but then again, when am I ever gonna get leisure time to enjoy myself?
Exactly. Well, that's why like editing this podcast shouldn't be too hard. You just have to
Nah, it's just to go
cut
through
it.
parts that are like too long, or not long, but like when my
Too
brother came
quiet.
in.
There's too much dead air.
Too quiet when my brother came in.
Too,
And this part
too,
right now.
what about right now? No, 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 no.
Nah,
This
nah,
is
we'll
more
keep this
talking.
this
You should
this
keep where
part
your
right here.
brother came in, because it's like because that led us into our next topic.
I guess so. Yeah. He saved me. He gave me a topic, guys.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Uh
No, but like I feel like editing this podcast, it shouldn't be too hard. You just have to go through all the audio, and
yeah, so
you just have to add a background to it, maybe.
what you're
I don't
hearing
know if
right now, guys, is us also trying to figure out this podcast while recording it.
this is very improvised. Even though we've had so much time to prepare for it, we haven't been doing that because we've both been
We-
kind of busy. Um,
And I'm fine with it. I
so
mean, it'll show that we just started and that we're new.
our humble roots,
We,
something to look back on.
yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that a
Uh,
lot.
but no, it should really just be throwing up stuff on screen for context to what we're talking about and all that.
Do you want to use Dolly Mini for our background? Or yeah, we could use Dolly Mini for our background.
Oh yeah, we should use a procedurally generated picture for every background.
So what was our main topic? KFC and us making a
Dude,
podcast. So Colonel Sanders
Ken-
at a podcast.
yeah, Colonel Sanders on a podcast. Um, yeah, that was really the main topic that we talked about for the longest. How long have we been recording?
Minus including when I went out, 1 hour and 20 minutes.
1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay, I think we can cut it off here.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to the cool kids table. Go back to your corner.
Now go back to your corner. Leave us alone.
We might get more people onto the podcast. That's depending if we both choose.
No, yeah. So we're definitely looking at having guests, guests like friends and just people that we know. Maybe the streamers we've been talking about. Maybe I really want to get Dee on here. I think that'd be really entertaining.
That would be
and really cool. I also think she'd really be down to do it if she had
and
time.
she can stay in the cool kids table.
She could stay at the cool kids table. Yeah. She could just say she was on the cool kids table and easy peasy. But no, like it's also like I kind of do want to interview her about some stuff and how she feels about certain things. But yeah, we're definitely gonna look at doing more with this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, and hopefully it's more organized in the future.
Eventually, we'll see if we can get another one out in like hopefully a week. Maybe we'll see.
Before I pack out. Before August 2nd.
Any closing remarks?
Any closing remarks? It was fun. I really do look forward to doing this some more.
I missed this. I actually miss just talking, even without a game in the background.
Very, very cool. No, yeah, but yeah. Thanks for listening to us ramble about stuff. I hope
Blake didn't carry the podcast when I'm editing this.
I definitely did.
I probably put in my good 2 cents after when talking about my job.
No, maybe in the first half I definitely pulled it.
Yeah, you did. I'll say that.
All right. I think we're gonna cut it off there. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Mwah.
Whoa.